What's going on? Hotheads, it's Joebba the Hut from Joebba's Palace. Here with another action figure stream for you, and it is a glorious day. Fantastic day. The first official trailer teaser for Fantastic Four First Steps is out, so we're gonna scrub through that. We're gonna watch it together once through, and then we'll scrub through it and take a little bit of a deeper dive, discuss what we liked, what we didn't like, if we like the cast, what we think the plot's gonna be, how we think they're gonna handle Galactus, all those fun things. In the meantime, as always, Joebba the Hut here from Joebba's Palace. We have over 500 action figures available. There are a ton of awesome action figures here. We have pretty much the whole new Spider-Man wave available. We got some awesome DC Platinum figures available. We have a couple Fantastic Four figures available, as you can see in the top of your screen. Just a whole smorgasbord of stuff available. So if you guys are after any figures, that is the main reason that we are here. We're currently live on Whatnot, YouTube, and Twitch. We'll put some videos on TikTok and break out some videos on YouTube too. Remember, give us a follow across all social media platforms at Joebba's Palace. We're everywhere. So if you guys are after anything, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, enjoy the stream and participate, and we'll have a good time. Alright, so let's go ahead and I think we're ready to watch the trailer one pass through first. And then we'll discuss it a little bit. And if anybody wants any action figures while we're discussing this, you guys just let me know, throw it in the chat, and we'll figure that out together. But here we go. We'll give it a shot right here. I have watched this trailer, by the way, just so you know, like a million times today. But I just want everybody to be able to enjoy it together, and then we'll talk about it. All right. So here we go.
Welcome to the Baxter Building.
We make a point to do family dinner every week. Sunday at 7, on the dot, no matter what. We're all here.
Herbie, how's that sauce coming?
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that.
Okay, is this guy good or what?
I want to add a couple cloves of garlic. Not because it's not delicious,
Herbie.
I just want to add a little bit of zip, okay?
T-5.
Before we went up the first time, you couldn't turn invisible. Ben wasn't a rock.
The best pilot in the world right here.
Yeah. Best looking, he means.
And Johnny never caught fire.
Ben has always been a rock. Johnny is Johnny.
Music is so good.
And I am right here. Whatever life throws at us, we'll face it together. As a family.
Okay, so for anybody that didn't watch it already, let me know your initial impressions in the chat. It's a dope trailer. I mean, this is Marvel cooking right here, and I know that Kevin Feige's been waiting a long time to get his hands on this property. So once they bought Fox, they were able to do their own spin on it and just reboot them and stuff, and we've gotten far enough that we've done multiverse, we've done all those different things. So we're welcome to add as many new characters as we want, and then we can figure out how to explain them later, because that's how multiverse works. So it'll actually work in our favor this time. Let's do a little scrub through. So obviously we are going in through the elevators to, I assume that we're in the Baxter Building, because they probably just live in the Baxter Building, right? So obviously the cool 60s feel here. With the little shag pad vibes, with the circular couches, with the levels, like Kramer's apartment when he wanted the levels. So they're in the Baxter Building. She clearly says that. Interesting kitchen. It definitely reminds me of, like, there's a Disney ride where you could do Yeah, very Jetsons. Herbie is basically the... What's her name? What's the robot's name? I know Herbie is their robot's name. I'm talking about the Jetsons robot. It reminds me of... There's that that Disney ride where you can like basically like work your way through all of the years. So it definitely reminds me of like one of the sets from that. Obviously the 60s set. You get your little like strawberry shortcake looking thing over there. 4 levels. Cool stuff. I don't know who this guy is that they're showing around. So I don't know. But yeah, Vanessa Kirby looks good. Obviously, I think of anybody here, her casting was the most spot on. Let's go up to 1080p. She really just looks like how Sue should look, in my mind. And Pedro, I mean, listen, Pedro is he's a great actor. So at the end of the day, you know, people were complaining about, oh, he has a mustache. Like, Reed Richards never had a mustache before. I mean, I know he's had a beard before, right? So do we really care? Yeah, and he's a great actor. So, you know, I'd rather be it be in the hands of a great actor than somebody questionable. Obviously, I don't think that they were ever going to go fully with Krasinski. But definitely love the Vanessa Kirby casting. Here's the new Marvel Studios logo that we're using for that 60s aesthetic, and how they're switching between aspect ratios. There's been a lot of talk about that. There's a good shot of the Baxter building. Hold on, go back. Oh, I increased the bit rate, so it'll be a little bit slower with that. We don't know what they were looking for as far as the character, so it is what it is. I think at the end of the day, as long as you're putting a great actor in the role, that they can embody it. Cool Baxter building. Obviously, we get some like Avengers Tower vibes. Clearly, I don't know if it's going to be in the same spot that Avengers Tower is in the other universe, but yeah, it's a cool building. I love how we see like so much of the New York City skyline in this. You get to see the Chrysler building, a couple other things. And then we got our first look at Ben Grimm here. So, what are our thoughts on Ben Grimm? I think he looks pretty good next to Kirby. I think a lot of the reason why they're putting him in these outfits is that he looks more grounded in the next to like live action characters and stuff. And at the end of the day, I mean, the vibe that they're going with, the actual like shape of his head with the unibrow and all that stuff, it looks like Ben Grimm, for sure. It looks like how the comic is supposed to be. You can compare all the different live action versions that we've done before, and listen, Michael Chiklis was a great casting choice back in the day for it, but he did look a little different. It looked good because it was like fully live action and stuff, and the suit looked good, but this is how he looks in the comic, so very happy with that. And at the end of the day, this is a teaser, guys. This is a teaser, so they're going to clean up the CGI down the line. They're going to take people's reactions to it and figure out the best way to handle it. And I love the suit. The suit looks awesome. I love the shade of blue that we're using here. The 4 looks cool. Cool symbol. All that stuff. So now, obviously, we got our boy from let's go. The bear, sorry. Spaced out for a minute. And that's the whole thing. It's kind of ridiculous that they're like, oh, let's do a bear reference in this teaser trailer. Okay. But he's saying, oh, you did a good job, but you need more garlic or whatever. Like the clap, there's a lot of heart you can see. He's like, they're saying heart and soul. I love this look by Vanessa Kirby, like how much she adores Ben too. Because everybody's just having a good time. I mean, I don't know where Johnny is in this scene, but she's just laughing her ass off at him. Yeah, they say, we'll put the garlic on there, a little bit of zip, and this is I mean, honestly, Herbie is my favorite part of the trailer, especially this part. I made a video of him just saying, fuck you say about my cooking? Like, I think Herbie looks really cute. I like, obviously, like all the way that everything moves on him. Like you got your like spinning eye and all that stuff. I think he'll be a cool, fun character for us to deal with. We haven't gotten him live action, right? There was no version of him in the early 2000s one, and I don't think I watched the Miles Tower one, so I don't know if Herbie was in it. I assume he wasn't, but it's nice to get him because he's a cool little character. Obviously, Joey. So we're doing some physics over here with Reed. I'm gonna drop down our aspect ratio, actually. Maybe I'll do a little slower mo. Let's go 0.75 speed on that. So this is cool the way this rises up and stuff. It's obviously his chalkboard where he's going to start doing stuff. Yeah, we never got Herbie. Good call. Thank you, Avi. T-5. He's got all the... There's a... Is that like a time travel thing over here? Some kind of formula going on. I don't know if that's supposed to be a Herbie or not. But there's a lot. I'm sure that there's so many Easter eggs. I'm sure there's going to be other videos out there that are calling out Easter eggs. I'm sure there's a lot going on this board to understand a little bit more of the lore. There's our first look at Johnny. Sorry. It says Grim on it. My bad. From this angle, it looked like it was the other actor. But there's all of them in the astronaut costumes, which is cool. Getting their pictures taken. Sticking with that blue. Love the vibes. Shooting off in the rocket. And then they're in bed. So what's nice here is that it seems like they're already going to be in like a full-fledged relationship. There was always this like touch and go thing in the other movies. It's nice that we could just kind of like cut through that and just get, okay, Reed and Sue are already in a relationship. They're basically the mom and dad of this group, and we could just go on from there. I assume that we're going to have a huge flashback. So people are like, oh, they're not doing the origin in this movie. They're clearly going to do some extended scene that is the origin. So it'll probably be like we start with them modern day, and then they're having this conversation or whatever in bed, and then they'll show us what happened, how they got their powers very quickly, probably like 15-minute scene, something like that. And then we can get out of that and proceed to the actual plot that we got going. It's cool. We get to see her actually go invisible here. It's nice that she like fades in and out. That looks good. Love the way that looks. There is actually, hold on, there's like a reflection here. Something going on out there. So I don't know if we could just see. That's kind of weird. I wonder what's going on there. There's clearly two people there. I don't know if that's Johnny and Ben out there or whatever. Something going on there. Oh, we're just fading. We're fading into the next scene. Sorry. So this is the scene of kids running away from the Thing in an alleyway. And he's in his little trench coat outfit. This is a great scene where he says Ben wasn't a rock. Best pile in the world. There's those two together, best friends. And then we get to see the reflection of him seeing himself. And we know that Ben has always struggled with that. So, cool version of the character. It looks good, you know. Maybe there it doesn't look the best, but like I said, they're going to clean up some of the CGI on this. And he's wearing the hat. I guess this is an example of maybe the live action clothing makes him stick out a little bit more with the CGI, but I have confidence that the MCU will clean this up. I'm not worried about it. And it'll be a touching scene. There's Joseph Quinn, Johnny Storm. Great haircut. I don't know. It's such like a little kid haircut he has here, but I'm sure it'll be fine. He probably got to see the least of. We don't get to see... He only says two things in this trailer. He says hi, and he says flame on. So I guess if he was going to have something to say, that would be it. So there he is. First time we get to see Human Torch in flight. Very cool. You can see the Chrysler building in the background right here. Right there. Ben has always been a rock. This is what I was saying. Clearly, she adores Ben. Very family aesthetic going on here. And yeah, if he's the rock, he's the guy that's like always like steady, you know. And Johnny is always Johnny. There he is. He gets to say his first words are hi. So he's clearly goofing around in this outfit or whatever. He doesn't have his shoes on. You can see his socks. He's dicking around. That's what Johnny does. I wonder if they already have their kids. I doubt they have kids. I think that would be moving a little bit too quickly to give them kids already. The moon. So then we're doing the iron. Okay, hold on. Let's go back. There's Johnny shooting off. I was going to get into Human Torch, but let's talk more Invisible Woman first. Awesome look at the powers here. It has that nice like rainbow glow to it, which is her bending light to create basically force fields or project powers or whatever, and obviously create invisibility and all that stuff. So nice, looks good. It looks cool. It's not just like here's some goopy white stuff that doesn't look good. It's clearly like there's like thought behind this. Also, I don't know if this means anything. Hold on, let's get there. Oh, I screwed up. I wanted to get the name on the marquee. Hold on. Damn it, I keep missing it. Sorry. Let's go a little bit slower. So it's Sub-Zero. Go back one more time. Sorry. I know it's boring to watch me redo this over and over again, but I just keep missing it. Sub-Zero Intel. So this says on the marquee, it says Sub-Zero Intel. So I don't know what that is. It's probably a reference to something, right? So something to look into. And then, yeah, just cool, more rainbow looking stuff. Is this when Galactus has arrived already? Is there some other threat that we're getting at some point that they're going to have to fight? Well, I mean, Mole Man is supposed to be in this, so we'll see what happens with that. Are they going to do off adventures? Because Mole Man was on like a different island that they find. And then here's Johnny clearly breaking through the atmosphere, and then he cools off. There's some smoke on him coming off of him. So this is clearly going to be one of those like Tony Stark moments. It's either a Tony Stark moment where he realizes that there's an icing thing when you get that high, and that this is the farthest you can go into space. Or it's him just wanting to go up there and like see, or maybe he's scouting for something. Obviously, we know that there's a threat coming from outer space in this movie. There he is. Good shot. And then we got... This is what they made Galactus look like in the old movie, Rise of the Silver Surfer. Some meteors falling down, so we got another shot of that New York City skyline here, which is cool. Obviously, we got the Chrysler building there. Yeah, so is this meteor storm brought on by Galactus? That would be our assumption, or maybe it's Silver Surfer comes first. We know that we have Silver Surfer in this movie. I mean, you got a lot of lightning going on. There's the kids. Clearly, the Thing is a fan favorite in this version of the universe, so he is going to grow on the people. We have one scene already. You can see the progression of the Thing in this movie that we're going with is in the beginning of the trailer. We have a scene where kids are running away from him in an alley, and in this one, the kids are wearing them as a Halloween costume. So, and that's cool. I like this sweatshirt that has like the little like ridges and stuff on it. That's cool. At first, I only saw the masks, but now that I'm like really thumbing through it, I like the sweatshirt that the kid has on. There's our fantastic car. Cool looking car. We do not see it fly in this trailer, but I assume that we'll see that in the movie. There's another shot of Johnny flying through. Always got to have the water things, all that. Incredible meets Jetson vibes, Avi is saying. There's Ben in that cool outfit running through. And then we got our boy here. What did I figure people's names? Oh, John Malkovich. Yeah, John Malkovich. So, people think that he's playing... I've never heard this name before. I only heard it today. I believe the name was Red Ghost. So, Red Ghost is a character that... spoilers. And there's a monkey, I think, in the next scene. So, you'll see it. He's a guy that tries to replicate the Fantastic Four's powers by sending monkeys into space and trying to recreate that experiment. So, clearly we're going to have some type of weird situation with him, and maybe they're fighting monkeys or something. I don't know. Here's a good shot at Pedro as Reed with his mustache. And then we get one of the best shots. One of the best shots is Galactus looking over the New York City skylines. Ivan Kragoff is the old man. But is his nickname Red Ghost? Just cool. You can see the scale here, and then we'll have a better shot of the scale next. But that's a really cool, iconic shot, I think. I'm happy they put this in the trailer. You can see all of New York, and then you just see Galactus ready to devour it, basically. He wore a spacesuit and had an army of monkeys. There you go. So maybe his real name is Kragoff, and then his nickname is Red Ghost? Something like that. Sure. Yeah, so then here's your shot of Galactus looking at the Statue of Liberty. People were saying... I mean, people are stupid. People were saying Galactus isn't big enough. Now, obviously, this is... we don't know how big he is compared to the Statue of Liberty in this one. Because he is standing slightly far away, but it doesn't seem like it's that far away. In the scale of Galactus, it's probably like 2 steps. So it seems to me like his head is bigger than the Statue of Liberty, right? I mean, I know that we're messing with perspective here, but not to mention the fact that Galactus can change his height. Yeah, varies a lot. So he has the ability to do that anyway. But, I mean, I think to scale here, this looks like he's pretty freaking big. I mean, I assume that they're going to make him look awesome and look really big in this movie. So I'm not really worried about that. It's awesome that we're going to get a real cool Galactus in this movie. And then they're going to deal with it as a family. Or Vanessa Kirby. And then there's our first look at all of them in the suits together to finish off the trailer. Really cool stuff. I like like I said, I like the blue. I like the aesthetic. They're really nailing this. And I don't know if this is maybe like on the game show part that they did or something else. They're clearly being featured here in some way. And then there's your logo. And full logo. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a really good trailer. I'm excited for it. It'll be a fun watch for sure. Characters that have needed July 25th presented in Fantastivision. I wonder what they're gonna do with that Fantastivision thing. So, what do we think? You guys digging it? Throw it in the comments. Let me know. Yeah. Lord Reed is writing on in the beginning has a wormhole in it, if I assume they're in another Earth. Okay, so there's opening the door to us mixing it up and getting into the other universe and getting them with everybody. Obviously, we're going to have secret wars that'll bring everybody together. So let's see how that goes. Alright, so there's your trailer reaction and a little bit of a thumb through so we could talk through some stuff. Like I said, overall I think it looks awesome. I like the character choices. I like the casting is really good. I mean, the only thing that people were really questioning at any point were Reed Richards, and just like, I think we can deal with a Hispanic Reed Richards, get over it. Like I said, as long as it's a good actor, that's all that matters. I'm really liking what I'm seeing so far. I only fear that between Kragoff, Mole Man, and Galactus might be packed with villains. Yeah, I mean, it could be something where they introduce villains early on, and then they end up realizing that they have to either help them or I don't know. Or maybe the villains are helping Galactus in some way. It'll be interesting to see what we do with Silver Surfer in this movie, because like you said, if we're getting jam-packed with a couple extra villains. I mean, I don't think that I'm too worried about Kragoff. Maybe Kragoff is the one that gets Earth on Galactus's radar. Maybe that's his big thing. You know what I mean? That could be an option. If we're doing Mole Man, I mean, I don't think that we're going to visit the island that Mole Man is on and all of his monsters and all that stuff. It would be cool, maybe if we did that very, very early on, just to showcase the team. Yeah, I don't know. Or they fight a bunch of monkeys, and that's what they do. So we'll see what happens. One of them is the main villain, and the rest are B storyline. Yeah, so I mean, it could be that maybe the solution in this movie is that they end up having to leave because of Galactus. Maybe they don't defeat Galactus. I mean, I would think that we're going to get the ultimate nullifier, and then we're going to defeat Galactus and all that stuff. But it could be that thing that puts Reed over the edge and makes him really get out there more and try to figure out different things. Like how Tony dealt with Avengers and the cosmic threats, and then said, oh, I want to build an armor around the world, and then he pushed it too far and they made Ultron. It could be that Galactus is the catalyst for him pushing things too far, and then they get shot off into Secret World's Battle World, and that's why they're there, and then I don't know, who knows. I would like to spend as much time in this version of the world as possible, though, just because it's cool to have them in their aesthetic. So let's just kind of stay here for a minute and enjoy the aesthetic that we got going on here. Galactus eating their world would actually be... Yeah, it would be a crazy twist if it's just no, you lose this fight and you have to leave and jump through a wormhole and then you're in MCU. But I feel like we can't have them lose their first real fight. So, I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully we'll get a decent mix of... Obviously, we're going to get action because it's Marvel and they all have cool powers and all that stuff. But, just... I think since it's a teaser, it's really just trying to give us, okay, what's the vibe of this movie and what are the characters going to be like? And I think that they nailed it. You can feel how family they are. You can feel how important each character is. Johnny was a little short shrift, but we did get to see him as Human Torch. We know who he is. He's the wild card, immature playboy type guy. So, yeah, we'll see. I think that Vanessa Kirby and Ben Grimm... Sorry, I think Sue Storm and Ben Grimm are the highlights right now. I think they nailed the casting for both of those, and we'll see how the CGI is when it's actually released. And I think it's ahead of the curve, considering the fact that we're a couple months away from this movie, so they have plenty of time to polish that up. Alright, so that'll be the end of the YouTube portion. So if anybody has any thoughts, throw it in the comments. thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you guys. And yeah, enjoy. Remember to follow us across all social media at Joebba's Palace. We have a ton of action figures available. And if you guys are after anything, let me know. We got a couple of Fantastic Four figures right over there in the corner for you. So, yeah, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you guys.